Hello, gorgeous goddess. Hello and welcome. My name is Rochelle. And it's been so interesting lately with these energies. Have you been feeling it too? I'd love to hear if you have, where things just feel, well, a little wonky. If you recall, I mentioned recently in one of my messages about the liminal space. Feeling like you're in that gap between what was and what is becoming. Yet what is becoming can feel so uncertain, especially with where we are in that liminal space, in the unknown space. It can feel discouraging, feel even seemingly more painful than it has before. And for this Twin Flame Tuesday, it's actually so divine timing that that counterpart is very much on my mind and on my heart. Because I've let mine go more than I ever have before. And I feel better than I ever have, but at the same time, it's very different. I will tell you, it doesn't feel as painful as it always has. It takes a moment to get to this point where you've been cracked open so much that you're really, truly, finally coming back to yourself. Where that fear of abandonment isn't so powerful within your connection with your counterpart. Because you finally know that you are always connected. And that you came into this realm for a reason, for a purpose, for a mission. And we knew that our mission wasn't specifically going to be each other. And that we were going to have to meet up and be cracked open so deeply so that the light can come in all the way through and be the beacons that we've come to be in this world during this time. I chuckle because that was literally the image I saw in that moment. You see, the world does need you cracked open, Goddess. That's the only way the light can get in. It's through the cracks. At least in the beginning. At least until we get out of our own way and let all the light that which is love, flow through us fully. Yeah. As I've mentioned before, I have like this whole intro to read at the beginning of these, and some moments I'm like, is it worth it or is it not? Maybe I had to just dive in. So today I'm just gonna dive in. We're all in this space of just letting go more and more and more. surrendering to the journey. Asking, what is my purpose here? What is my mission? Why am I here? And that leads to, well, what lights me up? What empowers my light to shine in a world that has been so dark for so long for so many? How have I come to be the light? How have I come to be the change? And that means to first be the change that we need in our lives. If that means to learn how to cultivate that joy and that love and that happiness and that connectedness within ourselves, then that's what we do, Goddess. You can always feel your counterpart. No matter where they are in their physical realm journey, you can always feel them by tapping into your heart space, your soul center. That's where they are. This physical realm is just temporary. But the soul is eternal, as is your connection with your divine counterpart. So let's see what messages, with the assistance of these cards, are waiting for us. Oof. Okay then. Oh. And that's exactly it, Goddess. The more you tune into you, the more you trust your own inner guidance, is the stronger you become, the stronger your gifts become. All the truth is inside your heart and your soul. When you are feeling any fear, that is not love. Therefore, that is not of the heart, that is not of the soul. It's of the ego. And that fear is the very thing that keeps you separate from your power. It keeps you separate from your truth. It keeps you separate from your counterpart. Because you can always tune in and feel him within your heart, within your solar plexus, your soul space, your soul center. So, you know the truth for you. Tune into you, Goddess. Trust yourself. Okay? If right now, this is definitely going to be a thing. There's going to be doubt in your connection. There's going to be ramped up negative entity attacks. Because right now, the earth realm is in the midst of a massive exorcism on a scale as never before. And if you've ever watched any exorcism movies, well, you would know that the demon fights the hardest at the end, when it knows it's lost, but it's giving it all it's got. And that's what's happening right now. That's why your fears, your doubts, even your anger and your anguish is going to be amplified right now. Be it about your twin flame or any aspect of your life. Any way to dim your light, that's what it's out to do. But you are the one with the power to shine no matter what. To tap into this inner knowing within yourself where your power does lie. And know the truth of you. Wow. As I've said, anger. Release it, express it in a healthy way. Not towards your counterpart, not towards anybody. But hold space for yourself. Do the fugly shower cry. Because usually with anger comes a lot of tears, especially for us, right, Goddess? So go in the shower when you feel as though you need that release, that emotional release. And I want you to scream, and I want you to yell, and I want you to say all the things that you want to say. As that shower pours down on you and those tears begin to well up and pour from you. Let it out, Goddess. Let it out. Release it. Do not give it the power to have over you. Let it go. There's no reason to hold on to these things or even feel the need to express them to someone. When we can actually express ourselves in a calm and peaceful manner, that is when we will then move forward with creating a calm and peaceful world. But as long as we put this anger into our relationships, then that's what will be continually perpetuated. So release it in a healthy way. You can even write letters. Don't send them, but write letters. Recognize that you are magic. And that is what so often can be this energy that we are. It can be perceived to be magic. Oh, there's a little bit, yawn. Recognize that you are the miracle. And it's time that you believe in miracles. That even though right now things feel so uncertain and so unknown, and he may feel so far away from you, trust that magic can happen in any moment. Your life can shift in a single moment, Goddess. But you've got to be the one to get out of your own way, to release these things that are weighing you down, that are blocking that good energy from flowing through you. Stop resisting. Even resisting letting go of the version of your counterpart when you met him. If you're holding on to the past, you're holding on to past versions of himself, you're holding on to old energy, you're not letting him step into his new and better version, his greater version. Just as you're not letting you, because you are holding on to an older version of yourself by holding on to an older version of him. You are always connected, Goddess. Always. So, magic. Oh, there it is. Through awareness, you reclaim the majority of your power. Once you become aware of something, it no longer has power over you. And at the same time, once you become aware of the magic that is within you and all around you, that's when you begin to experience it more. And that's the thing, is when you are so focused on the separation between you and your counterpart, then that's going to perpetuate. You cannot change that which you are unaware. And you're here to be the change in this world, Goddess. And that means all of the things about your counterpart that didn't or don't quite feel so good. You can choose forgiveness and let it go. Release it. Create space for something better. For magic. For all of a sudden to get that magic phone call that says, baby, I'm coming home. You're my only one. My one and only. But as long as you hold on to the old stories of how things went, as long as you hold on to old beliefs about yourself, about men, about relationships, about anything that contradicts or misaligns you, or therefore takes you out of alignment with union with your twin, it's going to do exactly that. To take you out of alignment. Well, there we go. This is the solution to that. Being very discerning. Very discerning of that to which you give your thoughts, your attention, your energy. As we continue with this journey of ascension, your manifestation powers, along with your intuitive gifts, are going to be amplifying more and more and more and more. To such an expansive degree that even your thoughts, you won't even need to speak it. Even your thoughts are going to manifest. So, dear sweet goddess, what do you desire to be experiencing? The universe does not hear what you do not want. It says, oh, she's focusing on that, so that's what I'm going to give her. And if the energy behind what you're focusing on, such as your counterpart, is one of low vibration, one of guilt, one of regret, one of anger or shame or pain, then that's what's going to continue to come from that experience. It's being very, very discerning of your state of being within yourself. And that comes from what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on. So, step into that awareness more of being really, really discerning about that to which you are giving your attention, your energy, your focus. Find something that feels good for you that you can do. If it's painting, coloring, playing piano, dancing, learning dance moves, yoga. Obviously, meditation is one of those non-electives, meaning it's a requirement for this journey. Meditate more. But seriously, get out of your head, get out of the old way of being. You're not that person anymore, and neither is your counterpart. And they will continue to stay that old version as long as you continue to play that story. See the correlation here? The story you're telling is the reality you are living. So, do we have any messages from these Lightworker cards? Because I have shuffled through these a couple times here. And normally I'll get like a whole stack. But this time it's just like, all right, let's see. One more again. There we go. There we go. Anything else? All right, that's it then. Boom. What is it? You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Exactly as I was saying, that your thoughts are going to be manifesting. And if you are overthinking something, then you're not allowing for that magic to flow in. You're not tapping into your intuition, your inner knowing. You're living in the ego space. And that's what it is to overthink, is to be in your ego, not in your soul. not in your soul. Discernment is anchored in intuition. Because I assure you, your mind can and will think your way around, into, and through anything that originally your intuition says, nope, or away from anything your intuition says, hey, psst, let's go this way. Stop. Just trust. Just surrender to the journey, goddess. Trust that you are where you are and you are exactly where you are supposed to be, as is your counterpart. I even had a moment this morning, oh boy, it was an adventure. And I really don't want to feed the energy to it, so I'm not going to share that. Because it's about saying yes to what I want. It's about you saying yes to what you desire, rather than saying no to what you don't want, because by focusing on what you do not want, you still continue to attract that to yourself. It's time to look for what you want to say yes to. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. This overthinking is keeping you stuck in this perpetuation of cycles of what you don't want, which is what's going to continue to attract what you do not want. It's all about rewriting those stories, reframing your experience. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So it's time to give your attention, your thoughts, your energy, your focus to what you do want, rather than what you do not. So, and this boundaries card is very much about yourself. About what you're thinking about. What boundaries, how can you have better boundaries with yourself? What you're focusing on, what you're tuning into, what you're listening to, what you're talking about, what you're feeling about. Because you are your point of attraction, goddess. And if you do not have boundaries with yourself, then how can you actually have boundaries with others in your life? Every time I find someone disrespecting me, I'm able to take a step back and go, okay, in what ways, what areas, what facets of my life am I disrespecting myself still? Because this is a perpetual journey. And sure enough, there would be something I'd be like, oh, all right, right there. Oh, man. I got to put my foot down there. And it really usually tends to come down to you putting your foot down with yourself. With yourself. So, I love my Sacred Forest oracles. And I just want to point out, now that I've had it twice, I had 1333 on my timer, and just now it was 2333. So 333 is very much coming up for us right now. And I will look that, in fact, you know, now that that's taking a moment, let me actually look up 333 for us right now and see what that number has to say. Angel number, meaning. Guidance, strength, courage, protection. This can mean that you are currently in the growth process, or that you are about to step into something that is triggering the start. Again, shifting out of what is no longer working for you. Requires freeing yourself from what holds you back from manifesting your goals and dreams. It's about removing limitations, goddess. And how intriguing that we have the boundaries card, but perhaps that is one of the boundaries for yourself, is to Cease with limiting yourself. That's what overthinking does. It keeps you stuck in paralysis analysis rather than just surrendering, trusting, and saying yes to your journey. So do you perhaps need to establish better boundaries with how you cut yourself off from the magic that you desire to be experiencing in your experience? What does the sacred force oracle have? I barely got the question. Energy, fire spirit. Harnessing that energy within yourself, because you are your point of attraction. You are the goddess in this image here. And oh my goodness, card number 17. Number 17. Which is a twin flame number, of course. Very much. And strength. The ancient oak spirit. Fire spirit, ancient oak spirit. Again, this is helping you to grow strong, goddess. This is helping you to grow strong. And you step into your strength when you allow yourself to shift, when you allow yourself to feel that strength within you. And again, perhaps those are what the boundaries are about right now, is to stop putting so many limitations on yourself. I really wanted to read angel number 17 for us as well. You're on the right path for your life. This is card number 17. Be in gratitude. Advancements in your relationship are coming. It's a good sign for your love life, in luck and success. 17 is the number for happiness. It's the twin flame mission number. And that's exactly as I've mentioned. He is not your mission. You are here to anchor the light and amplify love, which means that all has to begin within yourself, goddess. That means your focus then has to be within yourself. He cannot be what completes you. That implies that you are incomplete and not whole within yourself, and you must be whole within yourself. You must be strong and stable in and of yourself. Strength. And it says, align yourself with your inner knowing, wisdom, and intuition. This is so great. And it is the number of closing timelines of hardships and frustrations. And the 333, I wanted to amplify this a bit more because I do have my own little, where I've collected the meanings and such. So 333 is the light worker message. It's time to shine. Ascended masters are with you. You are a master in training. So everything is, again, helping you to grow stronger, helping you to see the strength within yourself, to see that you are already strong, to connect with and feel that strength within you. And recognize the abilities within yourself. Live your truths. All right, you are here to be you, goddess. It represents creativity, alignment, inspiration, having faith in humanity and the world. Clarify your desires. Specificity is key. And that's the thing, Goddess. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up anywhere you go. And that's why in this liminal space, you are the one that now has that power to really guide your vessel to where you want to end up. But as long as we continue to focus on the way it was, well, that creates amplifying there, boy, that creates this chaos and then a crash, right? Then you just kind of tumble and fall over. Whereas if you know where you're headed, you're going to be able to really tap into that strength wherever you are to get you to where you want to go. We had 2 more of these that popped out. Retreat. Because yes, dear Goddess, even I took a couple days, as I mentioned, this past weekend. It just hit me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I really just wanted to watch a bunch of cheesy movies on YouTube, and they were all apocalyptic movies. It was really actually kind of fun. Sci-fi stuff. I like that stuff. It's been a while since I watched like movies. Literally years since I've had a movie marathon for myself. And it felt amazing. Oh, there's a little yawn again, amplifying that. Amplifying the importance of retreating from the outside world, external influences, to quiet the mind and to go within, to just take the time needed for yourself. Because Goddess, the time is still going to pass by. Tomorrow's still going to be another day. Today is another day, and each moment passes. It's up to you how you choose to spend them. And how do you find this stability? By anchoring in yourself. Thus the reason for this retreat. It's that having that stable boat, so you're not rocking in that storm to where you capsize. So ground yourself. Find stability within yourself, because that's the only place that you can, Goddess. That's the only place that you have power, is over your inside world. And that is how you influence and impact your external world, is by how you choose to respond to it, by how you choose to show up in it. It all begins inside of you, Goddess, which is exactly why you must be the one to do what is needed. I just felt called. I just want to read the very beginning of this fire spirit, and exactly as I was saying, take action. This is not the time to hold back in life. Right here. Do not repress what you feel or allow yourself to be drained by others. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations and fulfill the needs of others, but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field becomes depleted and dull. Break free of your constraints, whether self-inflicted or imposed on you by others. Exactly as I was led to point out about the boundaries card being the self-sabotaging ones, the limitations that you have placed upon yourself. It's time to start having boundaries within over yourself about putting all these limitations on you. Why, Goddess? Why are you limiting yourself? You have come to experience the whole of this world. You have come to be an infinite beacon of light and love in this realm. And any time you dim your light or you limit yourself from really, truly, fully being you, that's when you limit your magic. That's when you actually say no to yourself rather than saying yes. That's when it's very challenging to tap into your intuition. And that is actually when anger begins to take hold. Because you're so frustrated that you cannot fully be expressive of yourself. So, what limitations have you placed upon yourself that you actually need to have better boundaries about placing on yourself? What limitations do you need to break yourself free from, Goddess? And allow those boundaries to be that I allow myself to be fully me. And no longer limit myself in the ways that I am most me. So take this time to go within. It's okay to disconnect for a couple days. Really, truly. You don't owe anybody an explanation. If you need to tell someone, look, I'll be in touch in 72 hours. Then do that and take that time for yourself. There's been a lot of sanctuary cards and such coming up, a lot of those messages, because that's what this is about, Goddess. It is about going within yourself, coming back home to you, about you being cracked open so wide that light can seep in every crevice, every corner, that darkness has no place to hide within you anymore. That's why it hurts so bad. They're not called growing pains for nothing. That said, dear sweet Goddess, thank you so much for embarking on this journey with me for this Twin Flame Tuesday. I am here for you in many ways. You can check the links down in the description. Come join the free Goddess Tribe on Telegram, where you'll make connections with goddesses supporting goddesses. You're not alone in this, I assure you. That said, I am here to remind you that the power to create any change in your life, the power to create whatever outcome you desire, is in your hands. Because that power has always been inside you. Namaste.